So you've probably heard the term worldview. Seems like it's talked a lot more about in our society today. So first of all, what is a worldview? And do you have one? And is it even important anyway? We're going to talk about that right after this. Thanks for joining Generation Equipped Ministries. So again, what is a worldview? Well, in its simplest form, just like the word states, it is your view of the world. So really, it's your philosophy of life. It's your view of reality. It's the lens that you filter everything through. And it's made up of so many things from your background, from your raising, from your parents, from your education, where you go to church, where you go to school. It's basically, it answers all the big questions of life. And it doesn't just focus on the little questions. It's really the big, deep questions that everybody has. Who am I? How did I get here? What's my purpose in life? Is there any meaning to this? What happens when I die? These are all worldview questions. And whether you realize it or not, everybody has a worldview. Atheism is a worldview. Naturalism is a worldview. Deism is a worldview. It's the lens that you look through to interpret what you understand reality to be. So let me give you a quick analogy, and every analogy breaks down at some point. But to me, it's similar to when I put on a good pair of glasses, it helps me see things more clearly. And so basically, after a while, I may not even realize my glasses are on, but I'm filtering everything through those lenses, and that is my view of reality. That's why it is so important that we have the correct lens or the filter as we interpret the world and the culture around us. In my ministry, I talk a lot about having a biblical worldview. In fact, my mission here is to inspire and equip young people and those that influence them to have a biblical worldview. So what does a biblical worldview mean? It basically means I look at everything through the lens of the Bible. The Bible helps me understand, again, how I got here and how I'm supposed to navigate this life, how I should interact with others, my wife, my children, how to be a good employee, a good employer. It tells me how to be saved. It tells me about the future. So again, this is a biblical worldview, but every worldview, whether it's paganism or again, atheism, no matter what it is, you do have to answer the big questions of life. And to me, a worldview answers at least these questions: origin, meaning, morality, and destiny. And briefly, what do I mean by that? Origin. How did everything get here? How did the universe get here? How did I get here? And my worldview needs to answer that. But now that I'm here, what is my purpose? Why was I placed on earth? So that's the meaning portion of the worldview question. And then morality. Is there any moral guidelines or rules to govern me while I'm here? And then lastly, destiny. What happens when I die? So I want you to think about your worldview. How well does it answer those big questions? I would encourage you to do some real investigation to your worldview if you don't have a biblical worldview. And think about this. And I can confidently say, after being a Christian for over 40 years and studying the Bible, I can say with confidence, man, how exciting is it to know where you came from, why you're here, you have the rules and you know what your purpose is in here, and most of all, I know where I'm going when I die. To me, a biblical worldview answers, or at least gives the best explanation for reality. So what I would encourage you, and I'll ask you, what is your worldview, and why do you think it's the best one that answers the questions of reality? God bless you.